that was dull. Oh, sorry, I have to actually review that game. Oh, that was dull, wasn't it? That was quite tedious to watch. I think the best way to sum it up was that was a passive performance from England, and USA made it a battle and did what you'd expect them to do. They got into our faces, they were aggressive at times, made it difficult to play through them, but I still believe England were too cagey and just too stodgy and too static, and there was a lot of times where I was getting frustrated, even as someone who historically doesn't really care as much about England in comparison to Sunderland anyway, where players were just sort of labouring around. I think that's probably the right word, and I felt for the likes of Harry Kane because he was up front on his own and we weren't doing anything. A lot of the players were just not moving. They were just like basically impersonating Lamin Kone after his first 6 months of Sunderland. Just completely standing still. Yeah, my mate's just laughing in the background at that. But it was just literally standing still. There was no one taking responsibility. There was no movement. I think it seemed to me as well that we looked afraid to lose the game. And don't get me wrong, I'm not making out for a second that USA are mugs, because then obviously not. They've obviously got the likes of Christian Pulisic, Tyler Adams in there, just to name two of them for a start. Josh Sargent on the bench, who, yeah, is in the championship, but he's still a decent striker. They've got decent players on, but I believe with England, we've got the players to be taking the game to them, and we've got the players to be better than them. Now, we've still got another game left. I don't think the result itself, if you take out the performance, which is hard to do admittedly, the result itself isn't a disaster, because it still keeps it in our hands for Tuesday, but the performance was dreadful. USA I thought were probably the better side. I think England started to dictate the game a bit more when Henderson came on, just calmed the midfield down because we were getting overran a bit. So I'll give Southgate that. He did change that up a bit. And when Jack Grealish came on, I thought he was at least trying to take players on and take responsibility. But again, Harry Kane was up front isolated on his own. Other players just weren't getting as involved in the game as I would have liked. And for me, Harry Maguire, in outfield terms, was probably our best player. I felt that he was defending, and to be fair, for all the stick he gets off Manchester United for his time at Man United, and deservedly so, I think for England he was actually probably alright. I think for England he's not really put much of a foot wrong, in my opinion. And tonight I think was no exception to that. I think he got on the end of all the balls that USA tried to put in the box. He was defended pretty well for the most part, and without him, we probably might have got beat tonight. We never know, but it keeps it in our hands for Tuesday, but it was just passive tonight, and we need to have more urgency and intensity. I can't believe I'm saying this with the players we've got, but one thing that might help us for Tuesday is the fact that Wales have to go for it. They have to win to have any chance, however unlikely it seems, have any chance of getting through to the knockouts. And England could hit them on the break, but again, I believe the players we've got should be better than that personally. But hey-ho, look, I still think we'll qualify. But big questions have to be asked of Southgate if we don't. But I think that'll be immaterial, because I do think we will. Anyway, you guys know the drill. Hopefully I've done enough to earn a subscription from you. That's going to be my new phrase from now on, actually. I prefer that rather than asking for subs, to be honest. But hopefully I've done enough to earn a subscription, and hopefully I'll earn enough of it to get me to 5k at the end of the season, subs-wise. But thanks very much for the support. It means a lot. And we'll go again on Tuesday. Hopefully it's a bit better. Come on, everyone. Stay safe as well.